A fierce confrontation ensues at City Hall, where Mao, in his Satan guise, contends with a Sarue emboldened by a shadowed moon. As the duel intensifies, Sarue exploits Emi and Chiho as diversions. Nonetheless, Mao remains undeterred, aiming to vanquish Sarue while safeguarding his allies. With Tokyo's populace gripped by fear due to the spreading darkness, a recuperated Shiro reaches out to his master, Mao. Bolstered by Shiro's unwavering support, Mao summons renewed vigor and resolve. This time on Anime the Recap. In the vast Great Sea of Ignora, 5 islands stand with Isla at their center. This island, under the watchful gaze of gods, is ruled by Satan, the powerful demon leader, and his 4 generals. They terrorize humans on the neighboring islands, but a courageous hero emerges to oppose them. With unwavering determination, this hero bests Satan's forces, making him retreat to an unfamiliar world alongside his general, Alciel. In this new realm, Satan and Alciel morph into human-like figures, devoid of their magical prowess. It seems they didn't read the isekai manual properly. Their attempts to communicate with locals often lead to misunderstandings, with many assuming they're foreign cosplayers. Gradually, they adapt to human lives, taking on the names Mao and Shiro. Mao finds employment at MigRonald's, impressing his colleague, Chiho, with his dedication. Concurrently, Shiro delves into magic, seeking a way home. Mao's ambition to restore their powers and dominate both realms resonates with Shiro. An earthquake connects Mao and Shiro, even when apart. At his job, Mao faces a moral quandary but heeds Shiro's advice against using magic. Despite Mao's best efforts, MigRonald fails to secure the top spot, leading to his dismay. Unexpectedly, he runs into Emilia, a young woman he'd previously aided, who recognizes him as Satan. With their identities unveiled, their fates are once again intertwined. Previously, after Satan's escape, the hero Emilia pursued him into the alternate dimension. Now, Emilia challenges Mao, curious about his role at MigRonald's. Their conversations uncover past encounters and Emilia's thwarted assault on Mao. Later, Emilia adopts a new persona and begins working at the Docademo company. She drops by Mao and Shiro's residence, voicing her concerns over their living standards. Mao clarifies his aspirations of becoming a permanent MigRonald's employee, aiming to conquer Japan and, eventually, Isla. Emilia ponders eliminating Mao but fears it may trap her in this foreign world indefinitely. As she covertly observes them, she often misinterprets their actions. Their interactions are disrupted by an unknown attacker targeting Mao, prompting Emilia to stay with him. The intricate relationships between Mao, Shiro, and Emilia continue to evolve as their fates become more intertwined. After an overnight stay at Mao and Shiro's place, Emi experiences bizarre events, including a menacing phone call from a demon predicting their doom. A lunch plan with her friend Rika gets sidetracked when Emi gets called in by the police, leading to a rendezvous with Mao and Shiro. Meanwhile, Mao has a date with Chiho, who opens up about her tinnitus and mysterious auditory warnings. Emi, watching from a distance, interrupts and discloses her true identity to Chiho. Amidst this, an earthquake ensnares Emi and Chiho. Emi's hostility wanes as she learns about Chiho's feelings for Mao. As chaos ensues, Mao unveils his true nature, catching Emi off guard. Rather than attacking, Mao employs his powers to rescue the quake's victims, leaving Emi puzzled. The unfolding drama and mysteries intensify as they grapple with the upheavals of this alternate realm. News choppers capture the earthquake's aftermath. Emi drifts into memories of her time with her father, Nord, and her induction by the Church of Isla to become the chosen hero. In current times, Mao, Emi, and Chiho converge, and a police officer identifies Chiho as the daughter of a cop Mao had previously enchanted. Mao theorizes his magic might be behind Chiho's auditory hallucinations. Emi confides in her colleague Rika about her earthquake encounters. Later, she visits Mao's home to repay a debt, but an intense argument ensues. Chiho walks in, misconstruing the situation, and departs heartbroken. Their landlady, Miki, discloses that Chiho's sonar link has triggered recent earthquakes. As Mao races to reconcile with Chiho, Emi's allies from her home dimension appear, and a shadowy young man emerges, ready to unleash havoc, observed keenly by Mao and his companions. Esmeralda and Albert journey through the gate, with Albert humorously succumbing to nausea en route. This man just can't handle his gate travel. On Earth, Emi is startled to encounter Lucifer, believing she had vanquished him. Mao attributes Lucifer's reappearance to Olba's meddling. Both Lucifer and Olba launch an assault on them, with Lucifer taking Chiho as a hostage and drawing negative energy from her. Mao, Emi, and Shiro retaliate. Mao, employing his magic, shields Emi and Chiho from descending debris. Mao undergoes a transformation into his Satan form and partners with Emi to take on Lucifer and Olba. After a rigorous battle, Mao subdues Lucifer and unveils his true nature to Chiho. Resolving to stay on Earth, Mao remains employed at MigRonald's. Upon arriving, Esmeralda and Albert are guided by Emmy to Mao's residence, where they are briefed about the church's schemes. At the scene of the battle, Mao expends the last of his magic to mend a shattered bridge. At MigRonald's, during their shift, Chiho confesses her affection for Mao. Mao wishes he had the power to erase her memories, but opts to remain by her side. Mao and Shiro celebrate Mao's promotion at a barbecue joint, sharing their abode with Hanzo, Lucifer, who is plagued by an insatiable urge for online shopping. Typical otaku, right? In Inte Isla, a woman informs the high priests about Alba's shortcomings and the continued existence of Emmy and Mao. At their residence, Emmy interrogates Mao regarding a call from Hanzo, and Mao discloses his inability to return to their original world due to his diminished magical powers. The duo decide to investigate a haunted educational institution where Chiho is enrolled. There, they stumble upon the sealed classroom and are confronted by a cloaked figure. Following this entity, Emmy finds herself trapped too. Signs of Alba's presence are discovered. Later, Mao encounters a young woman in a kimono outside his residence, who, losing her balance on the stairs, is saved by Mao. At breakfast, Mao and Shiro meet Suzuno Kamizuki, the woman Mao rescued falling down the stairs. She introduces herself with a heavy AF box of noodles. Emmy communicates with Esmeralda, inquiring about a consignment of holy vitamins. Subsequently, Emmy covertly observes Mao's residence and befriends Suzuno. Over a meal of udon, Emmy apprises Suzuno of Mao's nature. Suzuno gifts Mao a packed lunch, which he savors at work, evoking Chiho's jealousy. That evening, Emmy thwarts a robbery using her celestial abilities and is thanked profusely by the shopkeeper. Chiho reaches out to Emmy to discuss Mao's lunch. Emmy, accompanying Chiho to Mao's dwelling, confronts Suzuno about the lunch she prepared. Chiho learns that Suzuno assists with domestic chores. Over a shared meal, Suzuno contemplates joining MigRonald's. Emmy and Suzuno later embark on a shopping trip, while Mao accompanies Chiho home. During their walk, Chiho professes her feelings for Mao, but her confession is overheard by Suzuno. Suzuno unveils her true role as an inquisitor from Inte Isla to Emmy. Emmy rejects an alliance with Suzuno, cautioning her against causing harm to Mao. She gifts Suzuno fashion magazines for guidance. At MigRonald's, Mao grapples with business challenges due to the competition from SFC. The following day, he crosses paths with SFC's manager, Sarue. Post-work, a mix-up involving Suzuno and Emmy causes a misunderstanding with Rika. During the Sasahata Tanabata festival, Rika, Emmy, and Suzuno visit MigRonald's, only to find it eerily devoid of patrons. Dispirited, Rika proposes dining at Kentucky Fried Chicken, SFC, where they meet the charming Sarue, who lavishes Rika with compliments. At SFC, contrasting tales about Mao shared by Emmy and Suzuno spark a heated disagreement. Shiro, eavesdropping on their conversation, becomes irate over Emmy's disparaging comments. Determined to revive MigRonald's, Mao and Chiho hatch a plan to attract customers using festive decorations. Meanwhile, at SFC, Emmy confronts Shiro, but Rika intervenes, curious about Mao's past. Shiro weaves a story about Mao's entrepreneurial spirit, which Rika eagerly accepts, unsettling Emmy. Chiho and Rika establish an instant rapport, deepening Emmy's discomfort. Mao, capitalizing on Chiho's online popularity, successfully lures customers with bamboo stalks for the festival. However, Suzuno remains skeptical about the surge in clientele. With the competition from SFC still looming large, the festival events lay the groundwork for unpredictable twists in their interconnected lives. Mao faces competition from Kentucky Fried Chicken, challenging his MigRonald's business. Mayumi tasks him to support another manager at a restaurant in Hushiman. Although Chiho offers to accompany him, Mayumi states that only Mao is required. Shiro and Hanzo decide to travel with Mao, while unbeknownst to them, Suzuno eavesdrops on their conversation. Simultaneously, Chiho invites Emmy to Hushiman. Emmy accepts, but is soon alerted by Suzuno about Mao's intention to gather magical energy from Hushiman. Despite this revelation, Emmy permits Suzuno to accompany them. The following day, Mao showcases his prowess in work, impressing the Hushiman manager, Yuki. During their visit to Hushiman, Chiho, Emmy, and Suzuno decide to explore a haunted house. As they tread deeper into the darkness, Chiho sees creepy eyes through the window and books it like an Olympic athlete, leaving Emmy and Suzuno behind. They later visit a reptile exhibit, where Suzuno's enthusiasm about reptiles is evident. Suzuno begins to narrate a tale from Entisla, but Emmy interrupts her, wanting to keep their secret. A crisis ensues in the park when alligators escape due to a caretaker's misplaced keys. Mao intervenes using his abilities to calm the alligators and avert chaos. Later, as they prepare to leave, Suzuno spots a mysterious winged figure in a hood observing her. At Mao's residence, Shiro contends with digestive issues, and Mao grapples with Hanzo's online shopping spree. These events hint at more unexpected adventures and discoveries on the horizon. The summer bazaar proceeds, with Mao and the team engrossed in selling the landlady's souvenirs. Suzuno, grappling with her past and the hooded figure's instructions to eliminate Mao, is torn. Emi and Chiho, trying to decipher Suzuno's intentions, are abruptly ambushed by the incognito robber, Sarue. As Emi resists Sarue's formidable assaults, Chiho endeavors to summon Mao for assistance. Suzuno, however, incapacitates Chiho before she can do so. Emi's predicament becomes grave when she's overpowered and kidnapped by Suzuno. When Mao receives a call from a concerned Chiho's mother, he senses trouble. Hanzo discloses that Sarue isn't a legitimate MigRonald employee and has tampered with their records. Using this information, Mao pinpoints Emi's location and discerns she's en route to City Hall with Suzuno. As the drama escalates, Shiro, still plagued by stomach problems, is admitted to a hospital, and Olber awakens, complicating matters further. A fierce confrontation ensues at City Hall, where Mao, in his Satan guise, contends with a Sarue emboldened by a shadowed moon. As the duel intensifies, Sarue exploits Emi and Chiho as diversions. Nonetheless, Mao remains undeterred, aiming to vanquish Sarue while safeguarding his allies. With Tokyo's populace gripped by fear due to the spreading darkness, a recuperated Shiro reaches out to his master, Mao. Bolstered by Shiro's unwavering support, Mao summons renewed vigor and resolve to defeat Sarue. Meanwhile, Hanzo confronts Olber, whom he had felt betrayed by, and incapacitates him after recovering Emi's bag. On the rooftop, Emi and Chiho observe, transfixed, as the climactic face-off between Mao and Sarue unfolds. The fate of Earth and Inte Isla dangles precariously, with the battle's outcome shaping the destinies of Emi, Chiho, Mao, and all involved. Amidst the unfolding chaos, characters' true natures and alliances are put to the test, leading to a thrilling culmination. In a dream, Chiho visualizes Mao at Tokyo City Hall, informing her of his impending return to Inte Isla. Despite her heartfelt appeals, he cites the depletion of his magical power after confronting Sarue and mending ruined structures as reasons he must leave. She later recounts this dream to Mao, tactfully omitting an embarrassing detail, only to learn that he's unable to return even if he wished. Suzuno visits MigRonald to explain Mao's sudden absence to Mayumi. Hanzo, having placed a tracker on Suzuno, becomes aware of her visit. Concurrently, Sarue, the manager of Kentucky Fried Chicken, emerges from the freezer and flirts with Mayumi, though she rebuffs him. At work, Emi dreams of a world devoid of others, where a boastful Mao speaks of his conquests. Resolved to thwart Mao, she remains convinced that their pasts as adversaries prevent a mutual relationship. Concerned about mysterious packages Mao has, Emi and Chiho shadow him to a construction site. There, he discloses his undertaking of extra work to settle debts for tracking devices Hanzo acquired. Realizing the boxes were a scam, they collaboratively devise a strategy to annul the debt and return the goods. Their day culminates in Mao and Shiro treating themselves to Katsudon. Later, Mao receives a new umbrella, a gift from Emi. That concludes Season 1. Subscribe for more Anime the Recap.